Hey you guys, my name is Juliana and I am horrible at intros because I don't know what to say. I am a makeup artist pre-COVID, but now I just like to turn on the camera and do my face in front of the camera. I did this full face makeup with a little bit of a cut crease, and I kind of did a little something different with my foundation, which I'm really excited about, and I really like it, especially if you have like normal to oily skin, which I do. If you'd like to see and come on the journey as I play in some makeup, I invite you to come along, and I will see you in the next shot. Bye guys.
So to start the look, I'm going to apply an orangey corrector to all the dark areas on my skin. This will just help the foundation to not compete with any of the dark circles or dark areas on my skin. Do you see the before and after just under my eyes? I'm going to apply this out everywhere on my face that has darkness or discoloration. Now I'm going to mix 1 part strobe cream and 1 part foundation and mix this completely together and apply this to my face. So the foundation that I'm using is about 2 to 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I'm applying this only to the center of my face. Then I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. So strobe cream is this amazing product that will just help to make the foundation appear very dewy and radiant because it has this kind of iridescent color in it. You can either add it to your foundation or add it to your skin directly as a primer. I noticed that the strobe cream kind of made my foundation appear a little bit thinner than it usually appears and applies. So this time I'm just going to apply the strobe cream directly to my face as a primer, and then I'm going to apply the foundation that actually matches my skin on top of that. After applying the foundation that actually matches my skin tone, I'm going to take the fat part of the beauty blender and blend that in. I'm not using the pointy part of the beauty blender because I use that to blend in the foundation that's 2 to 3 shades lighter than my skin tone. And if I use the same part of the beauty blender to blend out this foundation, then both foundations are going to mix together and kind of get this like ruddy color effect, and neither are going to match my skin tone. Once I blend that foundation, I'm going to use the pointy part of the beauty blender to blend the line where the two foundations meet. And I'm only blending it so that there's no line and it's not obvious that there are two different foundation colors on my face. Now with a concealer that's about 2 to 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, I'm now going to highlight my face. I'm going to apply this concealer down along the side of my nose and then pull it out to the tops of my cheek and along my temple, kind of creating a bit of an upside down triangle. Now with that same concealer, I'm going to apply some highlight to the center of my forehead, down the top of my nose, and to the center of my chin, and blend it out with my beauty blender. With the pointy part of the beauty blender, I'm going to blend out the light portion of the concealer, and then designate the fat part of the beauty blender for the contour, which is the darker concealer that's going to come up later. Now I'm going to contour my face by using a darker concealer about 3 to 4 shades darker than my skin tone, and apply this along my hairline, a little bit into the head of my hair, just so that I don't have that kind of mask effect, and also along my cheekbones in a diagonal, and blend it up to meet the highlight. Now with the fat part of the Beauty Blender, I'm going to blend out the contour and blend it right next to the highlight. And then as I edge the contour next to the highlight color, I'm going to flip the sponge again and use the pointy part of the Beauty Blender to blend the highlight onto the contour. I'm going to flip back and forth between blending the contour onto the highlight and the highlight onto the contour until they're blended together seamlessly. Now with this light banana powder, I'm going to set all of the highlighted areas underneath the eyes, the forehead, the nose, and the chin. I'm also going to use that light banana powder to set my eyelids and prepare them for eyeshadow. Now I'm going to use an eyebrow brush to brush the hairs in the direction that they grow. Then with a light colored eyebrow pencil, I'm going to fill in the head of my brow. I'm going to use a pencil that's about 2 to 3 shades lighter than the brow color, because what this does is it helps to fill in the skin behind the brow, giving the appearance that the brow hairs are thicker and fuller without actually looking too harsh, too dark, or too bushy. Then with another pencil that is a shade darker than the initial pencil, I'm going to just outline the brows so that they're a little bit more precise and clean looking, and then blend it out with the eyebrow brush. And then to add some precision to my brow, I'm going to take this angle brush with volumizing brow tint that matches my skin tone and outline my brow hairs, and then also make sure that it comes to a point at the tail of my brow, and really make sure that it kind of cleans up the shape and makes them very, very precise and sharp. And then once that's dry, I'll take a spoolie and just kind of go over it to soften out the line, especially if I had to use that brow tint in the head of my brow, just so that the line isn't as obvious. Now with a cream to powder foundation, one that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, I'm going to outline along my brow hairs all the way to the end of the tail, and then blend that down towards my eyeball. Then with my finger, I'm going to tap on top of it to really blend it out so that there's a seamless transition from my eyelid that doesn't have on any makeup right now to this lighter color, brow color. And I like to do this because I don't typically love to put a highlight color in this area. I only like it to just kind of look a little bit highlighted and look as natural as possible. Now with this reddish brick color, I'm going to use a crease brush in order to apply this into the socket of my eye, really staying and focusing on the upper lid, and this will just make my eye appear much larger than it naturally is, and taking advantage of all the space that is on my eyelid. Now with a smaller crease brush, I'm going to take this dark brown eyeshadow and really work this only on the outer third of my eye, and kind of work it into the upper socket, but just really focusing only on the outer third of my eyelid. And I'm doing this with my eye open to ensure that when my eye is open and like my eye is creased at the line there, that you can actually see the eyeshadow when it's open, and my eyes kind of look much larger because I'm taking advantage of a lot of the space that's on my upper lid. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare my eye for an eyeshadow, a brightening eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply an eyeshadow base on the inner corner of my eye and really pull this up towards the upper eyelid, kind of more so in the socket of my eye, and this will just make my eyes appear much larger, and I'm kind of creating that cut crease effect. But I'm only going to meet this eyeshadow base at that dark brown and not go over it. I want to use this eyeshadow base because the eyeshadow that I put in this area I want to be a little bit more intense than the other eyeshadows that I put on previously. Before I apply the eyeshadow, I am going to take an eyeshadow brush that has nothing on it and blend that eyeshadow base and that chocolate eyeshadow on the outer third, just to make sure there's no harsh lines, because whenever I lay down the eyeshadow, it's going to just kind of stay exactly where it is. So I'm going to blend out the lines just a little bit with a brush that has nothing on it. Now with this peach eyeshadow, I'm going to press this onto the eyeshadow base everywhere I've applied the eyeshadow base. And I'm pressing it because I really want it to stick and to have added intensity. After I applied it, I went back to the crease brush that I used for the chocolate eyeshadow and just blended the lines where those two eyeshadows met. I didn't add any extra product to this brush because there's already product already on it, and I'm just kind of blending out the lines so that they're seamless and they're not so harsh. This shimmery eyeshadow, I'm going to place my eyeshadow sideways and press it onto my tear duct so that it hits my top and bottom tear duct together at the same time. Adding this shimmery eyeshadow to the front of my eye will just make my eyes appear a little bit larger than they naturally are. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply gel eyeliner to the lash line and just apply a straight line from the outer corner of my eye to the inner corner. I'm not doing a wing or anything like that, just a simple line. Plus I'm going to apply false lashes on top as well. Applying this gel eyeliner with my eye open on the inner corner will just help to have more of like a cascading effect, and it will prevent the eyeliner from looking very chunky on my inner eye. Now I'm also going to apply this black gel eyeliner along my bottom waterline as well. I'm going to take this pencil brush with nothing on it and just kind of blend out that shimmer eyeshadow along my tear duct and kind of on the side of my nose. Now I'm going to add some mascara to my top lashes before adding a strip of false lashes. I love these false lashes, you guys, that I found on Amazon for, I think like they're like $3.99 or something, and they come in a pack of 3. But they're very easy. You can definitely reuse them, and they're really, really full and have like this wispy, and they don't have that shiny look. I don't like it when eyelashes look like that. So I really love them, and if you'd like them, I can leave a link in the description box to these specific lashes that are really, really pretty and easy to apply. To make sure that the lashes look very natural on my eyes, I'm going to take some tweezers and squeeze my natural lashes and the false lashes together when they're about 75% dry. Now I'm going to set all of that and apply a powder all over my skin that matches my skin tone. And that way everything will be kind of melted together, so it will just kind of fuse all the highlight and contour and just all be blanketed under this powder that actually matches my skin tone. So to the naked eye in person, you won't really see the highlight and contour and all the different colors of foundation that I used, because it'll be under this layer of powder, and that actually matches my skin tone. Now I'm going to apply some liquid highlighter. I'm going to place a little bit on the back of my hand, and then with the pointy part of the Beauty Blender, blend this onto the high point of my cheekbone. I'm going to do this because I'm also going to apply a powder highlighter in the same exact area with the same exact technique, but I find that applying a liquid highlighter underneath it just kind of helps to boost the highlighter, and it makes it look a little bit more skin-like instead of powder that is on my skin. But I really like the combination of liquid and powder highlighter. Now this is me going on top of the liquid highlighter with the powder highlighter just to amplify the highlighter and make it look a little bit more intense and blend it a little bit more. Now I'm going to bronze my skin using a cheek brush, and I'm going to do small little swirls everywhere on the face that I applied the contour, so along my forehead and also on my cheekbones. Mainly I use a bronzer to warm up my skin, but right now I am also using it as a replacement for blush. So I'm not going to apply blush for this look specifically, but I think just applying bronzer along my cheekbones will just really help to give it some color, but still look very natural. Now I'm going to do my bottom eyelashes by applying a business card underneath my bottom lashes between my lashes and my skin. And then I'm going to apply mascara all over those lashes. And I do this because I can apply as much mascara on my lashes as I want to make them appear longer and fuller without worrying that the mascara is going to touch my skin or smudge along my bottom lid. To finish the look off, I'm going to apply this warm chocolatey lip liner along my natural lip line. Followed by this mauve pink lipstick in the center. And then pierce my lips to blend these two colors together, and finish it off with a pink lip gloss. And that's the look, you guys. I thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.